Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Begley.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And here's Neymar, Mateus. He's got tall, and the keeper's there to save.
You know, Peter, it's great to see Samuel Eto'o on the team sheet. Energetic, fast, strong, a deadly finish.
And he shoots! And he looks every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Vietnam with the corner, there first. Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Nedved. Oh, that's a very shoot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop.
Vietnam are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Nicely shaped ball. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself for not getting there. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Oh, good spread. Messi has it out wide and it's Nedved! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Nedved actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from
Mbappe. Nedved conjures time and space where few can.
Vietnam really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Kaka. Nesta cuts it out. More and more pressure on the ball here.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And he's picked it up out wide. He's got away. Oh, good take in a good area. Chance! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. It's a searching pass. Neymar looking to run onto it. Oh, well played. Kaka. Makalele. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Nedved. And here's Messi. Messi. Nedved. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Kaka. Chance here to counter. Vieira. Now Kaká.
Mbappe.
Thinks about the shot, surely! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Makelele clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Mateus. Neymar. Decent chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're at it again in double quick time. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency. Look, if you want to... Van Nistelrooy! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper. Corner number 2 then. He gets big! And the keeper has done it off. Top stop.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Vietnam have their third corner. Makelele. And it's Kaká. Manchester United are looking to go forward now.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Mateus. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Eto. Big chance. And it's in. Again in a trice. And they are soaring. And that's... And the half-time whistle goes. Oh, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Please be reminded that drinking is only allowed in the areas shown on this map. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Substitution.
And the action is back underway. Vietnam changed their lineup for the second half. A reaction, no doubt, to the half-time score. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. So their fourth corner of the game. It's not an especially good... Goes for a shot! They scored! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
They're still trying to make a game of this. Vietnam come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Oh, smashing header! He scores! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
It's become a case of men against boys. It's a good ball out wide. Can he spark a counter here? Makelele wins the duel this time. Turan. Well, played right into his path. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! And he hits the net. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see it.
And the shots! Loose ball now, there's a chase on to retrieve it. Vietnam perhaps contemplating their next change here. Neymar. Mateus. He has found the way through. Good read, needed to be. That has not gone well. Nedved. Nedved going face to face with his great rival. And that's gone loose. Aimed beyond the defence. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Vieira. Kaka. Now it's Puskas. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well-timed, excellent interception. Looking for the run, and he was quick to react. And it's Kaka. Makaleli. Can he get it through? Vieira. Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Makaleli. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Just eases him off the ball. Vieira. Kaka.
Kaka really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That has been slung wide. Leicester deals with that comfortably.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now, can they get him away? And this is Van Nistelrooy. It's run loose here. That's a little off target. Vieira. And it's Gravenberg. Now it's Puskas. Mateus, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Gravenberg. Makaleli. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Makaleli. Neymar. That's been slipped through. And it's Eto. Can he finish? And he steered it beyond the post.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
To the last 5 minutes. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Vietnam can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found a way through. Makaleli. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Eto. Oh, that was vital. It's in the net! And time is up. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
And now,
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Vietnam desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch. And you're never going to win like that.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a chance! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Kaka. Vieira. And it's Ibrahimovic. Thuram. Can he spark a counter here? Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. Vieira. Ibrahimovic. Vietnam leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Nicely weighted ball. No, that was never going to make it. And it's Kaka. Makalele. It's Ibrahimovic! It's a race for the ball. Not the most accurate pass. Gives it back.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Neymar. Has a look up. Gravenberg. Kaka conjures time and space where few can. Threads one in. That looks a good ball through. Shoots! It's hit the crossbar. Vietnam are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Makalele. Eto is onto this. Engages and forces him off the ball. Gravenberg. Oh, well measured. Look at the space here. Van Nistelrooy! And again. You've got to be quick to recover this. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, he's been caught napping. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Caught offside that time. It's Ibrahimovic. He's chosen to go back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
In with the challenge. Yeah. And here's Ibrahimovic. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Pretty loose pass. Mateus. It's a searching pass. And it's been played through. And he welcomes it in. And the shot! It's loose now. They want to get it back. Straight at the keeper.
That's just literally playing into his hands.
Gravenberg. Great vision. Oh, perfectly measured that. He has found the way through. Takes a shot! It's a goal! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement and certainty of outcome.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Vietnam are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Tries to play it through. Gravenberg. Now it's Eto. Nedved. Steaming on the ball. Shoots! And he hits the net. On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
Stood up well to him there. Nedved. Not quite on the same wavelength. Deep into stoppage time. Chance here to counter. Oh, super chance for a shot! Van Nistelrooy! That's what you... And that'll be the last act of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Either side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Vietnam are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. There's the shot! And here's the chance to counter. Nicely shaped ball. Well, that looks a decent ball. Messi, Nedved, Eto. Let's make sure that's not getting through. Makalele. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Probing pass. Kaka. And it's Ibrahimovic.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he's worked it through. Well, now here's a good battle. Bicep to bicep. Gravenberg picks it up out wide. Oh, nice touch. Chooses to go back. That pass isn't the best.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
And it's Gravenberg. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Gravenberg. Manchester United can breathe again. Just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And the shot! Oh, taken win style. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Vieira. Ibrahimovic. That has ended up in no man's land. Yet. Now it's Eto. Mateus. Gravenberg has quite a footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Vieira with the foul. Mateus. Makalele. It's Makalele. Looking to play it in. Nesta gets over and intercepts. And here's Ibrahimovic. Out to the left it goes. Nedved concedes a free kick for that.
Vietnam really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win.
This is Eto. Big chance! Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Manchester United take the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Vietnam must do something here, and very quickly.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And the pass is intercepted. Makalele. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Knocks it into space. And the finish! He has done it! They have stolen level at the last! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
delivery. Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
And yes, it's him again.
So all square with almost no time remaining. It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find the winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Can he get on the end of this? Pass somewhat off target.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage.
And that is as far as it goes. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Ơi, có chị ạ. Cho bước số nhé. Vâng vâng, chị hạ bước số đi. Em tên là Bằng, và trả về anh là Nằm. Giọng anh lúc gạ là Trôi, còn lúc rap giọng anh là Càng. Bé thì gọi anh là Trúc, còn ba em gọi anh là Thắng. Anh yêu tất cả phụ nữ, gu của anh nó rất là mặn. Anh tên là Bằng, phong trừ nhà lằng nhằng. Tình anh lịch sự nhã nhặn, gặp lần đầu mang theo quà tặng. Hẹn hò là luôn luôn bắt, dù quán ăn hay là nhà nàng. Cái mồm của anh là mỏ, vì việc anh yên lặng là vàng. Anh tên Jimmy, không có nhà gọi anh làm gì. Em thích nhà nào thì chốt, chứ để anh không thì kỳ. Không tới đây tên thực tỷ. Ngôi sao ca nhạc, ông Hoàng miền Tây, Lâm Hùng. Ông Trung. Vâng, bước tên lên nhau, anh xây dựng đấy. Chưa đến 10 tỷ mà anh chị sở hữu được một căn nhà.
The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Oh, what has happened here? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Ball has bounced loose now.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. The leadership has to be top of the pile.
He's not just the destroyer, is he? He is the... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Beckenbauer. Vieira. And it's Kaka. And it's Ibrahimovic. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Makaleli. Can he get it through? And this is Ibrahimovic. And he shoots! Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Here's a sharp little ball here. And it's Gravenberg. Now that looks a decent ball. That's good play. He is through here. Oh, that's a fine interception. He won't be happy with that one. Now, can they get him away? Zola is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Still goalless. It's a pretty loose pass. Gravenberg opts for safety. Now Kaká. And here's Van Nistelrooy. And they're back on the ball again. Kaká aims beyond the defence.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Gravenberg. Van Nistelrooy. And this is Ibrahimovic.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And he welcomes it in. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. It's Makaleli. Knocks it in. Real chance! It's bounced back off the post. Vieira. And here's Van Nistelrooy. And the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's picked his way through. Nesta gets it away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Vieira.
This is the time you need that pace.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. He could be in here. Chooses to go back. Now this could be it. It's Ibrahimovic! And that is quite wonderful. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Nicked it back promptly. And it's Gravenberg. And this is Ibrahimovic. Nice interception, well timed. Zola, the specialist in tearing teams apart.
Vietnam really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Now it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Eto'o. Takes a shot! He scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they They say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element...
And the shot! It's in! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Vietnam. Van Nistelrooy! That was probably asking just too much. This possibly the last play of the half. Tries to play it through. Can he finish? They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the... There's the whistle for half-time.
Vietnam are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say, deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And the game has already resumed here. And the shot! He has done it! The second half sparked straight into life. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from
It's the shot! It's there! They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. We have ourselves a real game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Manchester United can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Nicely weighted ball. Good take, and is he in? Kaka unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Looking for options for movement. Yeah. Kaka just eases him off the ball. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Eto'o. Eto'o puts his foot on the gas. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Messi. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And it's Eto'o. And the finish! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone. Chance! Yeah. Kaka. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Eto'o threads one in. That's an excellent interception. Odo is one whose deliveries we all know about. Passing is crisp and sharp. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
No way through. And it's Ibrahimovic.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Thinks about the shot. Kaka. Shot!
Vietnam really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Number 25, Sola. Coming on the field is number 17, Cantona.
Neto. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Vieira. Now it's Messi. Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Kaka can so cleverly bypass the press. Vietnam are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Grafenberg. Maldini gets rid without sophistication.
Substitution for Manchester United.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
Coming on to replace him is number 18, Nedved.
Shot, surely! It's anyone's ball now.
Time.
Looking to play him in. Ball looks a good one. Beckenbauer. Looking for the run. Now it's Cantona. Well read. And the danger is averted. That has not gone well. And that is that. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise. look, and what an all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Begley.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Takes a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with Ibrahimovic! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Vietnam grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Can he spark a counter here? Makalele. Has a look and plays it forward. And here's the chance to counter. Vieira gets over and intercepts. And it's Gravenberg. Kaka. Looking to play it in. It's Ibrahimovic! That was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Gravenberg. Van Nistelrooy. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And it's Vieira. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. That has not gone well. Lepied, looking for options for movement. Gravenberg. And smartly reclaimed. Van Nistelrooy. That's really well cleared. Out for a throw. And it's Gravenberg. Lepied. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good for him.
Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? But this is Van Nistelrooy. He rises! Vieira. That's Nedved. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Makalele. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Knocks it into space. Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Costa Curta spots it and intercepts. That could spell trouble. Lovely ball in a real chance. Goal!
Ai chưa?
And they've got their lead back. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And yes, it's him again. Manchester United go into the lead. That's a delicate pass. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Vietnam are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. No, that's been intercepted. Kaka. Chance here to counter. Vieira. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Nedved. Zola looking to run onto it. Gravenberg. Kaka. Here's Makaleli. And here's Ibrahimovic. And it's Vieira. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Tries to play it through. There's no flag. Zola, who's... Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
Now, we would like to ask you...
Either side holding back here, it has been quite a half this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And if you have just joined us, well, oh, he's been caught napping! Dida is there to clear. Vietnam needed that, they really needed it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
That's been slipped through. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't...
Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's hot shot! And yes, it's there! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing. Vietnam have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the input?
Kaka gets through on his own. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Yeah, it all looks so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Nedved will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now, can they get him away? Kaka. Makaleli. Kaka. Oh, that's well spotted. Nedved. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vieira. And it's Ibrahimovic. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit...
And the finish! Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Nicely shaped ball. That has been cut short. Vieira. And it's Makaleli. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Mateus. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Pull it. He's a sharp little ball here. And this is Eto.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Kaká. And here's Makalele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Threads one in. And he's heaved it away.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He can run onto that. Makalele. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, there's a probing ball. Can he get on the end of this? Van Nistelrooy. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Tries to pass it through. Quality ball. And that is a little undercooked. Chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Eto'o chasing after it. And he's being shifted off it. Looking for the run. And this is Eto'o. Nedved. Can he get it through? And he was alert to it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Decent chance! A real chance and a real let-off. Now it's Eto'o. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Now, who's going to be first to this? And that will be it. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Ibrahimovic voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
This is a lost
Your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter.
Tốc độ trên bếp chỉ phụ thuộc 3 phần vào phản xạ tay và quan sát. Vậy 7 phần còn lại phụ thuộc vào đâu? Và lại là hành trình 30 ngày cải thiện.
So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. But That looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So the gloves are off, Jim.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Konate makes the interception. Salah. Passing is crisp and sharp. Wits. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, this guy, Joshua Zirkzee, has to be the focal point in the side in so many ways. And what I like about him is that he doesn't shy away from anything. He doesn't really have quiet spells in games. He's always looking to get involved and to keep the team in good condition, confident, and trying to get on the front foot always. And for that, you've got to admire him.
Wirtz looking sharp there. Casemiro. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Zirkzee. And here's Mainu in with the challenge. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Isak. Manchester United are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Mainu, real chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Looks to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Wits.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the other. It's Salah! That was superb goalkeeping.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. That has not gone well. He's going for goal! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Mount. He is just caressing the ball. Mount! It's hit the upright. Oh, what has happened here? Isak. Gakpo. He won't be happy with that one. Mount. McAllister.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Manchester United are looking to break at pace. Lovely feet. Tries a shot! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Casemiro, clearly the target here.
Well, I can imagine it's going to be quite a scramble for the ball, but we know who has the magnetic impact.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Gakpo. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Gravenberch. Zirkzee. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Bruno Fernandes. Robertson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Isak. Wits. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah! There's the whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Can he finish? Corner number 2 then. And he can clear it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Searching pass he's played there. That's really well cleared. Mohamed Salah is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Ambitious ball here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Isak. Gravenberch. Casemiro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Zirkzee. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He has found the way through. Wits. And the shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Threads one in. Lovely, now then. Goes for a shot! Oh, it's gone in! How'd you look back on that goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
Manchester United have their opener. It is a goal of real... It's Salah! Denied by an instinctive save.
Mohamed Salah really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Keeper has taken decisive action.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Substitution.
Wits is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Liverpool are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution in progress.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Bruno Fernandes! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Now that's well seen too. Manchester United are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Looking to play him in. Chiesa. Now it's Szoboszlai. Now it's Isak. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Passes short and sharp. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chiesa! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Chiesa has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Van Dijk. Chiesa. Looking for options for movement. He's in a great position here. Good read, needed to be.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Isak. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Xerxes, and he's being shifted off it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Chance here to counter. Casemiro kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Ugarte. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Tries to pass it. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
After 87
The
minutes.
movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
And yes, it's him again. Two up and very little time left. Surely this is... That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Five minutes to add. Šeško is having a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Oh, he's had a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. Manchester United find a position of real strength now. Shoots! That's another chance! And that may well be that. That is that. Manchester United looking by any yardstick. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very
Hello,
nicely
everybody,
here.
and welcome to
Gorgeous,
today's
gorgeous
match.
evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Liverpool have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Van Dijk makes the interception. Looking for options for movement. And this is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So, a breakthrough already. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, sweet feet. Quarter of an hour played. And he's had a hit! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique. Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Carlos Augusto, looking to play him in. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, that's a very decent ball now.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Gakpo, chance here to counter. Wits, lovely pass, but can he get there? Zielinski, and they can counter here. Tries to play it through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Wits.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now, can they get him away? Now, that's well seen too. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Calhanoglu. And it's Barella. Now it's Martinez. Wits. Now it's Isak. And this is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Bastoni calmly anticipates. Nicely aimed pass. And he's on his way! Barella. Mkhitaryan. He gets big! Oh, taken with style! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Wirtz. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Thuram. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
There will be 1
It's an
minute added
imaginative
time.
pass. Lovely ball and a real chance now. There's the shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. It's there! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen.
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So off we go once more.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Thuram's cross. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Wirtz. And it's Salah. Isaac. Lovely bit of skill. Bastoni, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Not the most accurate pass. McAllister. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Mkhitaryan. Martinez. In with the challenge. That's a lovely, neat pass. Bastoni cuts it out. Zielinski. And here's Thuram. Oh, that's superb. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune, pretty sharpish. Liverpool are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to...
Oh, he's been caught napping! They've scored! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Barella duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Van Dijk is there, and he can pick it up. And it's McAllister. And here's Mohamed Salah. He's going for goal! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Gakpo is offering a wry smile there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Gravenberg has a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Gravenberg clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Liverpool have their second corner now. Oh, well played, well played. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Mkhitaryan has created one goal already. Wirtz. And it's Wirtz. Wirtz takes control of it and he's on the move. And Konate. Gravenberg. Now it's Isak. Spread it left. Clipped into space. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Gakpo. Number 10, McAllister.
Oh, terrible mistake.
Number 7, Wirtz.
Now it's Soboslai.
Number 8, Soboslai. Number 17, Jones.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment.
It's Salah! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Martinez. Barella. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Can he get on the end of this? Well read, and the danger is averted. Çalhanoğlu threads one in. Gives it back. Can he get it through? Oh, that was vital. Szoboszlai. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Look at the space here. Real chance! And yes, it's there! Into the lead once more.
The goal scorer.
It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that though, and somehow he found the angle.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Liverpool get themselves into the lead.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
Isak could try cutting inside here. Szoboszlai receives it in a good position here.
Added time.
Sucic.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Fratesi. Jones gets a foot in here. Well, they've got it again. Ekitike. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Oh, no joy this time. And it's Mount. Now it's Circe. Šeško! Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this striker, Benjamin Sesko, is someone I really like the look of, Peter, because everything about him screams target man. But for me, he's much better when the ball's on the deck. It's all about his speed on the counter and the way he cleverly attacks the space behind opposition defences.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And here's Mount. Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And he's in goal. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Menu. Bruno Fernandes. Šeško. He's picked his way through. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Bruno Fernandes is behind this one.
Será sustituido
We have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Bruno Fernandes! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And it's Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
And the pass is intercepted. And the shot! He scored! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Madrid have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bruno Fernandes. Šeško. Can he get on the end of this? Chouameni, and the counter is on. Shaw gets over and intercepts. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Casemiro. That is very well defended. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, that's fabulous. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Valverde. Valverde.
There he goes, motoring forward.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, well measured. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Quality ball. And he's had it nicked away. Mount. Driving through the middle. Valverde.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Menu. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. This looks promising. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Camavinga. He's got away. Good take, and it shoots! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And here's Valverde. He's looking wide, and he's managed to get free. Valverde! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Now it's Xerxes. Menu goes steaming forward. Alaba. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So we're just settling back into this second half. Well, header! He will be livid with himself. Shaw gathers from the goal kick. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, that looks a decent ball. Now, can he find a finish? Xerxes cross. Big header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now there's a fine ball. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
It's run loose here. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Camavinga.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Vinicius Junior. Aims beyond the defence. Now it's Mbappe. Delivery from Mbappe.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
That's very neat. He's gone for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Xerxes. Bruno Fernandes. Chouameni Short changes him with that pass. Šeško. Tries a shot! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And the finish! Really well taken goal. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Now the delivery.
I think that's great defence.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he is going into that little black book.
Cambio de jugadores.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Manchester United have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in control at 3-1. And here's Zirkzee. Zirkzee is fouled. And he's going to have his name taken. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. That was travelling. Knocks it into space. Vinicius Junior is onto this. Goes for a shot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Oh, good take in a good area. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Big chance! Brilliant from Joshua Zirkzee! A finish right from the top draw! And they are cruising away!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Goulet. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Now who's going to be first to this? De Ligt.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
5 minutes to add. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Dani Ceballos. Oh, just skips past his man. And the referee brings it to a close.